Aloha, everyone. Dr. Heather Tucker with another episode of Wisdom Wednesdays. So happy that you're here because today we're going to be talking about forgiveness. Have you ever been struggling with forgiving someone or something who has wronged you? Or you think that you have forgiven and then you see or you hear or you feel something and it like pisses you off all over again and you thought that you had let it go? There's such a great need right now in our world for forgiveness. And this is why I want to talk about this today because forgiveness is something so powerful. I'm going to first share with you what is forgiveness and a couple of scriptures that could be able to support us in understanding forgiveness. And then I'm going to share with you 3 secrets about forgiveness and how to really step into that. So therefore you can really lean in, let go, and leap forward into your new calling. So first of all, what is forgiveness? It is a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance toward a person or group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness. You know, a lot of times we want to hold on to unforgiveness, thinking that it's going to impact the other person or a group of people or situation. And it actually does more detriment to us holding on to unforgiveness than it does to the other person. So the first scripture I want to share with you is Ephesians 4:32, and it says, "Be kind to one another, forgiving one another as Christ has forgiven you." You know, a lot of times we got to recognize that our forgiveness is coming from a bigger place, right? We have done wrong. We've fallen short. No one is perfect, right? And just like we have that forgiveness, it's important to be able to allow us to forgive other people. It's almost like forgive them for they know not what they do, right? So Matthew 6:15 says, "But if we do not forgive others of their trespasses, neither will the Father forgive our trespasses." Again, this goes hand in hand. We have been forgiven. You know, we have a fresh start. We're a new creature, a new creation. And a lot of times we don't see that. Like it's easier to hold on to unforgiveness than it is to let it go. And Luke 6:37 says, "Judge not, lest you will not be judged. Condemn not, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven." See, what happens is sometimes we all fall short. We all miss the path. We all have maybe done wrong in our life. And what happens is it's so easy to be able to judge and blame other people, but recognizing sometimes where that hurt comes from. You know, I shared in previous videos, hurt people intentionally or unintentionally, but heal people. And the thing is, for those who have been healed, have also been very much hurt. So there's now 3 secrets that I want to share with you about forgiveness that can be able to help you and support you in moving forward. First, forgiveness is a gift. Forgiveness is a gift for you and the other person. There's a power in forgiveness of being able to let go. See, think about right now, there's so many heart attacks that are happening. And what unforgiveness does, or betrayal, or mistrust, or wrongdoings, they hurt our heart, right? They hurt our heart. They create heart wounds. And we have so many heart attacks in this country happening so much every day. And the thing is, a lot of the heart issues have to do with unresolved forgiveness, all trauma, stuffing down anger. Anger is really associated with the heart itself. So every organ has emotions connected to it. So forgiveness is actually a gift for you and your heart and your mind and your body and your soul. Secret number 2, forgiveness allows you to reclaim your power. You know, it's important to be able to acknowledge your emotions about the harm that has been done to you and how it affected your behavior, and then work on releasing them. Choosing to forgive the person who offended you, move away from the role as the victim, and release the power, the control, and the power in the offending person and situation that have had in your life. So what that is saying is that When we hold on to this unforgiveness, we're putting ourselves and keeping ourselves in this victim role. Like, oh my gosh, this happened to me. This person did this to me, right? But one of the things that in the victorious mindset, so you got the victim mindset, you got the victorious mindset. In the victorious mindset, it's, oh, well, how is this happening for me? Right? What was a learning? What was a lesson from this that I can take to be able to continue on with my life? Now, I'm not saying that, oh my gosh, these wrongdoings that have happened, like, how could I just let it go and move on? Well, the reality is, if we continue to hold on to it, it builds up, it festers in our body, and we actually end up getting sick. It creates disease. But when we release these emotions, first of all, when we understand what is going on, we recognize that forgiveness, which is secret number 3, forgiveness is the key to freedom. It is the key to freedom because the reality is there are so many things going on underneath the surface of people's behaviors. People are not their behaviors. We can accept the person and we can change the behavior. People are really just doing the best that they can with the resources that they have available. So when they learn better, they do better. Sometimes people may never learn, and that's okay. The reality is, what are you learning from it? What's the lesson in it for you? And once you understand that lesson, then you can be able to not only reclaim your power, like we talked about in secret number 2, but use that power to create your freedom. Remember, you are the captain of your ship, the master of your fate. No one, and that's the thing we talk about emotional intelligence. We can't control how other people are. We can't control the situations that are happening, but we can control how we respond to them. And that is where our greatest power is in the response. So how do you choose to respond? Do you choose to respond out of anger and bitterness and let that continue to be a poison to you? Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. Or do we break free from that and recognize, this is a lesson, this is a learning. What can I do to positively move forward? So a lot of times we can sometimes use pain as motivation to move forward. And that's great. It'll work for so much time, but then it'll always be this energy of negativity surrounding the progression of moving forward. However, if we actually release these emotions, and if you need support in this is one of the reasons why I love working with the heavy stuff. I love working with relationship issues, unforgiveness issues, like resentment, bitterness, all these things that people think are too hard to break free from. Last thing I want to tell you, that if we hold on to this, it actually prevents us from really stepping into our calling fully. It really prevents us from living our purpose, our passion, and our prosperity. And this is actually one of the biggest reasons why forgiveness is the key to freedom, so that you can be able to be everything that you're called to be, do everything that you're called to do, and have everything that you're called to have in your life. In the comments below, let me know what you think about this video. What was your biggest takeaway? Go ahead and share this, because sharing is caring. And we look forward to seeing you in another episode of Wisdom Wednesdays. Peace.